funny, bro. Las Vegas, Nevada. Where the first Cowboys started gambling. The Wild Wild West first gamble. Okay, whatever. Just chilling. All right, let's put something interesting. What should we put?
They wanted the world to see.
War is coming. 2 hours ago. 5 hours ago. Breaking total. What? Decoupling Microsoft, Amazon. Okay. Let's check that one out. And let's go with the longest video first.
They wanted the world to sympathize with these bastards and child killers. Back in the day, we found it hard to defend the truth in the information space and to defend a true picture of the events, since outside of the country we did not have a strong voice. I will emphasize that the sovereignty of Russia that we have been fighting for and continue to fight for and shall always fight for relies upon our ability to share with the people on the planet an objective picture and impartial information. When I used to be the director of the Federal Security Service of Russia, back then, even in the FSB, there have been attempts to cancel this style of work. We were told that we should work more delicately, that we should try to convince others, that we should use different means of work, rather than those that had been used during the Soviet era, what had been called
there?
grab and never let go.
Уважаемые дамы.
Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, colleagues, friends, I am very glad to greet you here in this wonderful hall of the Bolshoi Theatre to celebrate the 20th anniversary of Russia Today channel. Today, I congratulate from my whole heart all those who worked and continue to work on the channel. And of course, Margarita Simonyan, your leader, the one and only editor-in-chief.
At least the bots have a higher rank than one.
Dear Margarita,
That's good.
we all know, and your team definitely knows,
Okay.
how hard it
Doesn't
is for
wanna
you now, and what a
stand
turbulent
up.
period you and your family are going through.
All right, guys.
But in
Let
your
me put
work,
the mic closer so you guys can hear
have
me.
always expressed courage, boldness, and I am confident that you will cope with it now too. I promise I will. Your friends, your colleagues have always stood by your side and shall stand by your side.
Shall we believe him?
Over the last 20 years,
All right, so we got the
there have
specialist
been
here.
many events in the media sphere. It is a whole era, and Russia
All
Today
right, let's
channel
check out what happened
has
here.
gone from an idea to a global brand, known today all over the world. I thank your active, creative, tightly knit team for your high level of professionalism and for staying true to your profession and your duty, for being courageous and determined in the defense of truth.
Well, my
in
aim
the
is not
global
that bad.
information sphere. Remember, back in the beginning of the 2000s, the leading Western mass media were abusing their monopoly,
Everybody was
and
pushing hard.
I would say almost always they
Oh,
disguised
that's the guy that took me out.
anything they wanted as objective news. They were trying to
Oh,
dominate
what?
the hearts
What
and
happened
minds
there?
of millions of people by imposing new rules, or rather, basically, ideas and new civilizational
morning, guys.
space
Good
based
morning.
on the wrong ideas.
How's it
Up to
going?
this day, we are
Good afternoon for
outraged
most.
by the fact that the terrorists who took hostages and organized deadly attacks and bombings in our cities, schools, hospitals were called by the well-known Western channels
We'll
as
leave it there.
rebels. They wanted the world to sympathize with these bastards and child killers. Back in the day, we found it
You
hard
still have a
to
lot of
defend
child
the
traffickers
truth
in the White
information
House.
space and to defend a true picture of the events, since outside of the country we
Sure,
did not
sure,
have a
sure.
strong voice. I will emphasize that the sovereignty of Russia that we have been fighting
I think
for
that
and
was the only
continue to
real
fight
player
for
that I
and shall
took down,
always
except
fight
for that
for,
sniper.
relies upon our ability to share with the people on the planet an objective picture
Almost broken.
and impartial information. That is why RT had to appear, which is exactly what happened 20 years
Okay,
ago.
that's a good clip right there.
The company was facing a challenging task to
That's a
build
bot.
their work on a
But he was a
new
very
level of
aggressive bot.
quality, content and technology. And I am sincerely glad that we and you have succeeded. And succeeded at a great level. Millions of citizens of different countries
This is a bot.
believed you. Moreover, it turned out that there is a great demand for news which are different
Okay,
from the
let's see.
well-known
Where do we engage?
propaganda, which is today, if I'm honest with you, not really different from
Okay, that was a real player right there.
the well-known cliché and propaganda of the Soviet era. Back in the Soviet times, this is how others continue to work, and that is why I believe that true professionals,
Mr.
including
Putin
those
is
from
stuck
the
in the
United
past.
States,
Poor guy.
from Europe, from all the continents, were willing to cooperate with you, and not just cooperate, but work with you. And it wasn't about the money. It was, first of all, due to the fact that you gave these people an opportunity to share their position, to share it with millions of people. This is exactly why the hosts of RT included the legendary founder of WikiLeaks, Mr. Julian Assange,
Poor guy.
the world television star, Mr. Larry King, the president of Ecuador, Mr. Rafael Correa, and many others. You were quick to gain popularity and influence, and as a result,
Nothing happened.
your competition started to basically envy you, or sometimes I think they were even scared
Excuse
of
me.
you.
Excuse me.
And this is a telltale sign of the fact that you're one step ahead, and you are
I
the
got
ones
taken
who
down by a
set the
hacker.
information agenda, doing the right and important thing.
What happened there?
And when you started working in full strength, this is exactly when these competitors and the ruling elites, or the so-called ruling elites backing them, revealed their true face. And
Okay,
Margarita
nothing
talked
happened.
about this now. And they have been regularly saying how
Is that a regular dude?
there have been attempts to pressure you, to discriminate against you on foreign platforms. For years, they have been teaching us how we should live, how mass media should work, how democracy should be understood and what democracy is. What is the true freedom of speech? They were trying to convince us of the importance of competition, the pluralism of opinions. But look what happened to those teachers when RT appeared and hundreds of millions of people started watching the TV channel,
RT?
offering
Oh,
a new
Russia
interpretation
Today.
of the events. The reaction of these
I haven't watched
elites
that
I mentioned
news in a long time.
was primitive
What happened
and
to it?
straightforward. To ban, to cancel, to block. You know,
Let's look it up.
when I used to be the director of the Federal Security Service of Russia,
I think it's
back
just
then, even in
RT
the
News
FSB, there have been
is
attempts
still
to
going
cancel
on.
this style of work. We were told that we should work more
Okay.
delicately.
Yeah,
that
they're-
we
they're-
should try
they're
to
blocked on
convince
YouTube,
others
guys.
That we should use different means of
art.
work
Yeah,
rather
they're
than
blocked.
those that had been used during the Soviet era.
I used to watch that show, bro.
Grab and never let go. But unfortunately, this is
Because they used to say a lot of
we are currently
truths.
witnessing against you and your channel. It is very easy to accuse someone
It's
of
not
propaganda
even-
and misinformation or interference in the internal affairs. Although you never impose anything, you basically offered an alternative
RT News,
truthful
it
point of
changed?
view, and thereby you defended
I'll
the
subscribe.
viewers and listeners' right for a choice.
It used to be green, now it's
But the mere presence of
golden,
such a choice was seen
red with
by
white.
our partners as a threat.
I'll check it out here in a little bit.
Over the years of RT work, we have been trying to establish such partner
So there was
relations
nothing there.
with the
There's no real
audience.
players.
And you have succeeded in that. Any monopoly, sooner or later, comes to an end,
Yeah, I saved that dude.
regardless of how much is being paid for
What happened
attempts
there?
to preserve such monopolies by those who continue to sponsor them. Today, in a strengthening multipolar world, intolerance to any sovereign independent thought is not just a vestige, it's a great obstacle hindering the development of trust and understanding between the peoples that we all
Yeah, it
need.
started lagging.
This is an obstacle, but just like any other obstacles,
Just
we will manage to
zombies.
overcome it.
Zombie.
There is no other way.
Zombie kill,
For
zombie
2
elimination.
decades, thanks to RT as well,
Alright.
we hear an entire spectrum of voices from all across the earth, the people of Asia, Africa, and Latin America. Thanks to you, can speak freely without seeking approval from the former colonial powers
Just a little
and
clip.
authorities. It is important that RT channel provides its platform for journalists, scientists, experts from all over the world, and most importantly, people of different views, convictions, nationalities, regardless of bans, technical obstacles, continue watching RT, reading
I
your
don't think there's
social
anything
media,
in here.
and even the representatives of the Western elites admit that the audience of Russia today is bigger than that of their own domestic TV channels.
What happened? I left?
Only over the last year,
Oh,
the
client
overall number of
overflow. That's what
views
happened.
of the channel's projects on social media reached almost 24 billion views. The overall audience of RT TV
Alright.
channels on the cable
That was a
television
good match,
platforms
even though we
is
lost the
almost
match,
a
but that was
billion
good.
viewers.
It's all hackers and multiplayer. There's no
This figure
no prestige
leaves us
masters.
convinced
It's
that
rare to
you
see a
will
prestige
continue
master
successful
in
work.
rank.
This
I
is
mean, in
understandable. In Europe, in the
multiplayer.
United States, and in
Regular
other countries,
multiplayer.
the citizens are aspiring to preserve their national culture, the memory
Let
of
me make it
generations.
bigger.
They're countering the social inequality, the destruction of their family,
Why is it
and the
lagging?
attacks on the rights of the children. And this coincides with the
Settings.
Russian position on these matters, and it is thanks to RT that the world learned that our country firmly defends traditional values. We are a stronghold in the modern
Performance.
life and the modern world, which is full of conflicts and differences and challenges. We never discriminated or banned anything. And in the spheres that I
I'll turn on
mentioned
the
as well,
proxies for
we are
now.
merely
Nah.
trying to protect
Should we?
our
Nah,
point
it
of
just takes a
view,
longer time to
our
render.
opinion of the modern world and its future. And I'm sure that this similarity of opinions will help the people of different continents to believe in themselves, their strengths and opportunities. And we
Okay.
all appreciate the RT contribution to our common fight to establish a fair, just,
Sure,
and
whatever.
sustainable multipolar world order, to preserve civilizational diversity,
I'll
to
just do it
stand
like
united
this.
by these positive ideas, and more people and countries stand by
I know
them.
that was the first.
I would like to emphasize that you continue your hard and tense work for the future of our people and the future of millions of people on the planet aspiring to true, genuine freedom. Dear friends, journalists, camera crews, colleagues from other media projects of RT are always in the epicenter, on the bleeding edge of the events, always on the front line, literally and figuratively. The courage and your aspiration to truth are the main features of the channel's workers and employees. We have seen this in Iraq and Syria and other hotspots of our planet,
Double
and
kill.
even now in the zone of the special military operation. You continue these traditions, risking your lives. You share the stories of heroic deeds of the fighters and their commanders. There are many examples showing that the people working for RT are true to their job, to their country, and their beliefs. Even the foreigners working for us, the citizens of other states, which are numerous on the channel, defend their own views, and thereby they help their respective countries to promote such ideas for their domestic audiences. And they are acting in a truthful and open manner.
Boom.
Before Coming here to the historical stage of the Bolshoi Theater, I had a meeting and a talk with your colleagues, working in the hostility zones and filming videos about and films about the heroes of the special military operation, and I would like to welcome them separately.
That was cool. I got it stuck all the way out there. That's a really good. That's a really good spatial awareness right there.
Here's what I would like to point out. Those who came from the zone of the special military operation, those who fought there, and those who work for the channel as journalists, they all looked as one family, because they all are courageous people, heroic people, who fight for their beliefs. This is the value of your work, dear friends.
All for Mother Russia.
Dear friends, 20 years is an era of a great path for your channel and your wonderful team. The world is rapidly changing.
I think Russians are like the European Mexicans.
Social media sets new rhythms, and the audience increasingly watches news in a digital format, and you successfully cope with these challenges. You stay courageous, open, and creative.
And Mexicans are the modern Jews in 1945.
A professional team and trust of the viewers. RT has a freedom-loving atmosphere and a lot of young people who bring future,
what Hitler did to the Jews, Trump did to the Mexicans in 2025.
There is no doubt. I wish you continue your development, finding new formats and new topics.
Guess nothing.
In a tense fight for the minds and the hearts of the people. And to succeed in this fight, you need to continue using your secret, strategic, highly precise intercontinental weapons. The truth.
Okay, that was cool. The USA will never go against Russia.
The voice of
they
the
will
truth,
never go against
the voice
Russia.
of Russia should be amplified. It should be confident and convincing. Happy anniversary.
Спасибо.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. President. So you can sit down now, and when Mr. President is leaving, then you can get back on your feet again. I would like to say a couple of words in response. You cannot stop them, Mr. President. Thank you. If I knew how to blush, I would have been as red as an apple. You mentioned Mr. Correa. He's here with us today, and our colleagues, our friends from every continent, from a great number of countries are here. They came here to congratulate us,
That guy just jumped.
including those. I believe their ancestors would be proud of them. For example, we have descendants of de Gaulle, of Bismarck, and we have MPs of European Parliament. I don't know what they will do to them when they go back to their countries, but they are here, and I would like to say
That's cool.
thanks to all of them. Thank you very much.
That's a cool clip right
Mr.
there.
President, I would like to thank you
And I got blasted.
because you said it right. We work based on our convictions. We defend our convictions. And it's a privilege, not just to be someone who's sitting on a
I forgot
couch
to change
and
the...
saying something, but we can work, we can defend our convictions.
Hold on.
We owe it to
I
you.
gotta
When
change it
you
over here.
appointed me 20 years ago,